Namaskar, welcome to this edition of News Bulletin. Have a look on the headlines. 126th birth anniversary of Bharat Ratna Dr. B.R. Ambedkar celebrated by Rourkela Steel Plant and Sarva Samanvay Sangh. National Fire Services Day observed by SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant. And Employee of the Month award presented in Plate Mill Department. And now the news in detail. The 126th birth anniversary of Bharat Ratna Baba Saheb Bhimrao Ambedkar was celebrated by Rourkela Steel Plant and Sarva Samanvay Sangh on 14th April. In the morning, Mr. Ashwini Kumar, CEO RSP, along with Mr. P.K. Pradhan, ED P&A, Mr. Subendra Das, ED Works, Mr. Parmanand Sahu, ED MM, Mr. Rajiv Agarwal, ED Projects and other senior officers of RSP as well as representatives of Sarva Samanvay Sangh paid floral tributes at the statue of Baba Saheb at the Ambedkar Enclave, Sector 17. The colourful program organized at Civic Centre by RSP and Sarva Samanvay Sangh was inaugurated by Mr. Ashwini Kumar. He paid floral tributes to the portrait of Dr. Ambedkar and lit the ceremonial lamp. It was accompanied by Mrs. Savita Kumari, President Deepika Mahila Sangati, and senior officers of RSP, office bearers of Sarva Samanvay Sangh, and many other eminent personalities of the steel city. Large number of employees of the steel plant, teachers and school children, besides representatives of several socio-cultural organizations were present on the occasion. Paying rich tributes to the great leader, CEO described Dr. B.R. Ambedkar as one of the most iconic figures of the current times and said Dr. Ambedkar symbolizes the virtues of commitment, courage and conviction. If today we can boast of life in an equitable and a just society, it is in great measure due to the relentless efforts of this modern sage, he said. Elaborating about the efforts being made by RSP for the cause of the marginalized, Mr. Kumar said it is the responsibility of every privileged person to lead a hand for uplifting the underprivileged. Later, Mr. Kumar also presented awards to the winners of an elocution competition held among the school students. 3 students, namely Ms. Ipsita Priyadarshini Sahu of Chinmay Vidyalaya English Medium, Ms. Anishka Kedia of St. Joseph Convent School and Ms. Kajol Tamay Behra of Ispat English Medium School Sector 20, winners of the elocution competition on Baba Saheb Ambedkar in Odia, Hindi and English, spoke about the legend. Professor Pitambar Mahanandia from Department of Physics and Astronomy, NIT Rourkela, who graced the occasion as the chief speaker, elaborated on the life and philosophy of Dr. Ambedkar. He elaborated how Dr. Ambedkar overcame every hurdle by virtue of his education and wisdom. Earlier, Mr. N.K. Samantrai, GMTA, welcomed the gathering. At the outset, an invocation song about the great leader was presented by the artists of Sukruti Kala Parishad. A dance program presented on the occasion by the students of Deepika Ispat Shiksha Sadan. Mr. Sukhdev Malik, Secretary Sarva Samanvay Sangh, proposed a vote of thanks. Mr. Anil Kumar Malik, SOST CRM, coordinated the program. SAIL Rourkela Steel Plant joined the rest of India in observing National Fire Services Day on 14th April. Mr. Ashwini Kumar, CEO RSP, was the chief guest of the function organized at the Central Fire Station in the plant. Also present on the occasion were Mr. P.K. Pradhan, ED P&A, Mr. Subendra Das, ED Works, Mr. Parmanand Sahu, ED MM, Mr. Rajiv Agarwal, ED Projects, Mr. S.K. Acharya, DGM in charge Safety, Environment and Fire Services, Mr. B.P. Das, DGM Fire Services, as well as many other senior officers of the plant were also present. The CEO hoisted the fire services flag and inspected a guard of honor. He, along with other dignitaries, laid wreaths on the martyrs' memorial to commemorate the sacrifice of 66 gallant firefighters who had laid down their lives to save the lives of other people and property during a devastating fire incident that took place at the Victoria Dock of erstwhile Bombay Port on this day in the year 1944. In his address, the CEO said, "In an integrated steel plant like ours, heat and fire are integral to most of the processes and fire hazards are there in all the units. Prevention is the key to control fires and avoid losses to plant and machinery." Exhorting the RSP collective to aim at zero fire incidents, he emphasized on improving the housekeeping in all units, which will be a major contributor in avoiding fire hazards. The CEO also praised the Fire Services Department of RSP that is efficiently rendering its service not only to the steel plant but also to the city of Rourkela and nearby places. Earlier, the National Fire Service Day pledge was administered to the gathering in Odia, Hindi and English by Mr. S.K. Sabat, Muhammad Qasim and Mr. J.B. Patnaik of Fire Services Department. It is noteworthy that the Fire Services Week celebration has commenced with the Fire Services Day. During the week, awareness program and firefighting shows will be organized by the Fire Services Department of RSP. Mr. P.S. Thakre, Senior Manager Fire Services, coordinated the program. An award function was organized at the Plate Mill Department on 30th March, in which Mr. S.K. Mishra, GM New Plate Mill, presented the Employee of the Month award, comprising an appreciation letter and a token gift to Mr. Radha Mohan Das, NPM Senior Technician, NPM Mechanical, Mr. Rajat Kumar Birua, OCT NPM Operation, and Mr. Nalini Kanta Swai, ACT NPM Operation for the month of January, February and March 2017 respectively. Present on the occasion were Mr. B.B. Karchaudhary, DGM NPM Electrical, Mr. M.G. Shrikant, DGM NPM Mechanical, Mr. R.S. Sharma, DGM NPM Operation, Mr. M.K. Sarangi, AGM NPM Operation, and other senior officers and employees of the department. Mr. Mishra commended the exemplary contributions made by Mr. Das, Birua and Mr. Swain. He exhorted everyone to emulate their example and contribute towards the betterment of the department. The program was coordinated by Mr. Avinash, Assistant Manager Personnel, HRM. And with this, we come to the end of this edition of News Bulletin. Namaskar.